Hi everyone, you are welcome back to Say Concept. I hope you all are doing great. Thank you for stopping by. Today I shall be showing you how I made this beautiful off-shoulder bustier blouse on your screen. And if you are here to watch my previous tutorial or video on how to draft it, kindly do so that you'll be able to understand what we're about to do here right now. Okay, and the materials needed for this blouse are this beautiful lace fabric. All together here I have 2.5 yards. This is my lining satin material, and this is wadding to paddle up the bustier. So without further ado, let's get into it. I've placed my fabric on fold, and I've placed my pattern paper on it to cut it out. So as you can see here, I'll be adding a half an inch to this same size. If you have watched the video, I've already added my size seam allowance, which was 2 inches. So I will just add half an inch to it. But the down part, I'll go ahead and add 1 inch. Then this side, I will be adding a half an inch to this side to the upper part. And then I will repeat same on the other panels as well. Okay, so I'll go ahead now and cut it. Then go ahead and notch all the parts after cutting it like this. This is the bust. And the chest line. So I'll go ahead now and repeat what I did here on the other piece. So guys, I've cut out all the pieces of the fabric, including the lining. For the lining, I've got 2 lots of the lining. One to cover up the fabric because it's a see-through fabric, while I'll be using the other kind to turn it in. This is the side panel of the front piece. This is the middle panel of the front piece. This is the middle panel of the back piece, while this is the side panel of the back piece. Having done that, I'll go ahead and take each piece of the fabric and the lining. I'll place the fabric like this, the right side facing the table. This is the wrong side. Then I will take the lining, place it the right side, which is the shiny part. I will place it on the wrong side of the fabric like this. Like I said, it's a see-through fabric, so I'll be using this to cover it up first. I will now take it to my sewing machine. I'll give it 1/4. I will stitch it all the edge round, and I will repeat same on the other piece. More so, when doing it, make sure to use your pin to tack it down, okay? Because satin is bound to be shifting here and there. So when you are done sticking it down, this is how it's going to look. Okay, you have something like this. So I'll go ahead now and do that right away. So after stitching the lining to the piece, this is how it's going to look. And also went ahead and ironed it. So make sure you give it a good press, okay? So this is for the back piece, and this for the front piece. Okay, for the lining, which is the main lining, I also went ahead and ironed my interfacing on it. Okay, and the kind of interfacing I use is a lightweight ironed on interfacing. Okay, then what I did was that I ironed it on the shiny part of the satin. As you can see, this is the wrong side, okay, because this part will be touching the body after making the blouse. Okay, so I will go ahead now, set this aside, and cut out the pad for the bustier. For the bustier now, this is my wadding. Then I'll go ahead and fold it like this. The sticky parts, I'll fold it in like this. Then take one piece of the front panel. Yeah, there's a middle panel. And place it. This is the middle panel for the front piece. Fold it in. Then place it like this. Then I'll go ahead and mark it out. I'll cut it out. So this is how it's going to look for the middle panel. So for the front piece, for the side panel, I will just trace the bust down to the under bust. This way hence under bust. Then I'll take this side. I will advise you not to extend it to under arm, okay? So I will just take it down like this. So you curve it. I've also cut out the side panel of the front. The sticky part, you place it on the fabric like this. The sticky part facing the fabric like this. And go ahead and give it a good press. Right, I've ironed it to the blouse now. So I'll go ahead now and take the two side panel and I will stitch it to the middle panel of the front piece. So I'll take each side panel like this. Remember, I asked you to notch, so I will align the notches together. This is the bust point and this is the chest line. I'll go ahead and pin it together. So after pinning it, this is how it's going to look. Then I will take it to my sewing machine and take it half an inch. I will take it like this, curve it here, then take it down half an inch to the hem part. So I will repeat same on the other side. So guys, I've joined everything together. This is the front piece. These are the two lining for the front and the back, and this is the back piece. So I will set this aside now and cut the neckline. If you have watched the video, you will notice that I didn't cut the neckline when I drafted it, okay? So I'll be doing that right away. So for the neckline now, I'll be using the front piece of the blouse to cut out the neckline. So after cutting it, I will use it to cut the lining and the back piece, okay? So like I said, the neckline, you can use any shape of your choice, okay? But I'll be making my keynote shape. So if you have watched the video, like I said, from the chest line, I'll be going up by 2 inches. Okay, you can from the chest line. So from there, I'll connect it to this part. This part, if you remember, I left 1 inch. Okay, this 1 inch is to join the blouse and the sleeve together. Okay, so this is it, 1 inch. So I will take it, I will now cut this part to this part. So after cutting it, you should have something like this. So I'll use this to cut out the rest of the piece. Right, having done cutting the neckline, I'll go ahead now and place my fabric, the front piece first. Then I will place the lining right side facing each other. Then give it a notch, center to center. So having done pinning it down, I will take it to my sewing machine. I will stitch it half an inch round. Then the down parts will also repeat same, half an inch. Same thing on the back piece. After joining the lining and the fabric together, then I'll go ahead and notch it. This is the hem part. Give it a notch and be careful not to cut through the seam line. I will do the same thing on the neckline as well. This is for the fronts, the hemline. Having done that, I'll go ahead and top stitch. I'll do it this way. I'll make sure the seam side is on the lining side. So now give it a stitch. I'll run a stitch on it like this. So I will repeat same on the back piece. The next thing now is to join the front and the back piece together. Then while I do so, I will place both right side facing each other like this. Like I said, center to center. Make sure they are equal. You pin it down. You check it if they are equal. Then I'll go ahead and place my body circumference. After placing the front piece and the back piece on each other, I will now go ahead and take the body circumference. Remember, from the shoulder line, it was 4.5. Because I haven't joined the sleeve, so my bust line is 11.5. My under bust is 15.5. My waist is 17.5. I will repeat same on this side as well. Then my waist circumference is 44. 44 divided by 2, that will be 22. So 1/4 of it will be 11. But before that, I'll go ahead and mark out the middle first, because that will guide us to take the 1/4. So from the waistline, I have a 26. From one side to the other side, I have 26. 26 divided by 2, the middle point will be 13. On the under bust, I have 26 as well. So the midpoint will be 13. From the bust, I have a 27. That will be 13.5. Place it here. Then the down part, which is the hip, I have a 29.5. 29.5. Half of it will be 14.75. Then from the middle point now, we'll take the 1/4, because that is the easiest way for newbie. So 1/4 of my waist is 11. I will give it half an inch for his, making 11.5. The 1/4 of my under bust is 10. I'll give it half an inch for his. I love doing that because it makes the blouse sit well on the body without feeling uncomfortable. So from the bust, I will take the 1/4 of my bust, which is 12. That I will not be adding anything because the bust is always loose. So with that, it will be okay. Under bust, 10.5. Whatever you do here, you repeat it on the other side. Waist, 11.5. Hip, 13.5. I'll go ahead and join it together. So I'll take it to my sewing machine now and stitch it down on the line. After joining the back and the front together, this is how it's going to look. So our blouse is ready now. I'll go ahead and attach my zipper and cut out the sleeve. Okay, and the sleeve, as you can see on your screen, I made a video on how to make it. Kindly watch it. Okay, so guys, this is the finished look of the blouse. Isn't that beautiful? So beautiful. So like I said, if you have not watched my video on how to make a circular ruffle sleeve, kindly watch it, because this is the sleeve I used as well, and then flutter sleeve. But I want to apologize for not showing you the part where I attach it. So I'll make a video on that, how to attach it. Okay, I did the video right, but something went wrong with my phone. Okay, so I want to say thank you for watching to the end, and I believe this video has been helpful. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to share it. I want to hear from you in the comment section below. And if you have not subscribed, kindly do so. I will go ahead now and put it on as usual for you to see the look of me. And I will see you in my next video soon. Thank you. Bye.